Alrighty. So, yesterday, we did a level. But, you know, so I struggled a bit on the doors, right? So, off stream, I went ahead and I looked up a guide, or kind of like a beginner's guide, or something that would basically give me a more clear idea of what I'm doing. And you know, it was very clear. Fortunately, it was a video. I couldn't read it, so you know, I had to. It was like an hour-long YouTube video, but it explained a lot of what I was missing, and I was actually really close to figuring out how the door worked. I just forgot to flip. So obviously there's in the editor there's these things called line defs. And what happened was that line def was not facing towards the player. So whenever I would click on it, it didn't register the door movement. Actually, without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you what it was. Let's see. So anyway, these little line defs that you see right here, they actually have a little pointer, either right or left, right? And you see these both point out, right? So, these need to face outwards towards the player so that the player can interact with them and the door can actually work. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try and create the original secret room I was trying to create, with some of the new knowledge I've gained. So what you do is you go into. Oh, by the way, you can also instead of zooming out and moving around, you can just use spacebar and click, and it'll actually move the thing around. Would have been. I was holding Shift or Control. I was trying either of those two keys to see if I can do this, move the screen around instead of zooming out and zooming back in. But this is a lot better. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going with it. So we're gonna do draw lines mode. We'll do this 32, and then we'll go down to 128. And then what's cool is I can actually just do this, and then, like, instead of having instead of like drawing the entire square, I can just do these three. And instead of having to complete the thing, I can just hit enter and it'll automatically kind of figure it out. I also figured out how to copy and paste, which is nice. Control C, Control V. Oh wait, no, you have to do that in section. So that's the other thing that confused me is there are different modes, right? This is what people would call a modal editor. What that means is that essentially you go into different modes, and each of those different modes have different contexts for it, right? They have different abilities, and I didn't quite know. I was confused about which modes had which abilities. That was another thing that was confusing me. So I'm gonna go ahead. So all right, I'm in vertices. I'm gonna go to sectors mode. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it, and then I'll do that again. Copy and paste. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back into line def mode, and we're gonna flip that over there. And this is gonna be our door right here. So I'll go into the 3D mode, and I think this is our door, right? Oops, I don't want to enable rendering. Oops. What happens is that our ceiling's at 0, so we need to change the ceiling of these sectors here. Yeah, with the ceiling height. We'll change all three of these to 128. should have gone up. Oh, because the floor is now. Gotta try and figure out how to get rid of this line right here. Can I just delete this? That deletes the texture. I want to go back into this mode. So that's a sector, but this has all. This is drawing it like it's a wall. Whoops. Didn't really want to do that. And just delete this one line def. Okay, here, tell you what. Delete this one line def, it deletes the entire thing. I don't really want that. Maybe I can redraw it here. Control D. Let's go try and... We have to follow the outline here. Probably a faster way to do this again, but... There we go. Had to do a weird roundabout way of doing it, but I got it. So now, what you do is you bring this door, you bring this down, and oh, and to keep these textures from moving, you hit lower unpeg. That's what I was thinking of earlier. Then you bring this down. That way those side textures don't move. Then we go ahead, all this changes the door. Might bring down the ceiling. But just so we can hide that little seam right there. But anyway, go back to this mode, sector mode, select this sector. And then we assign it an action. Oh, no, sorry, we don't select the sector. We go back to line def mode, select these two line defs, right-click on them. Then you go into this little editor mode. Yeah. And if we go into this mode, I think... Oh, by the way, I gotta change it back to that we're using Chocolate Doom and not GZ Doom. Go into this. It should work. There we go. Yeah, I was just a little confused on what each mode did. And we'll go ahead, we'll exit out. Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, sometimes it's a very simple thing. It's a very simple fix. And, you know, I didn't realize what would... I didn't realize it at the time, you know? Again, I'm doing this live, so, you know. So, what I'm going to do now is... This is where I originally wanted the secret area to be. And what I could do is I can go into here, I can go into vertices mode, then I could just kind of right-click and drag these into this little, I don't know, center thing. I have a little center node now. And put a power up here. Oops. Put a power up here with things mode. And then, I don't know, put, I don't know, invulnerability. Grab these. I think maybe I can, oh, gotta go back into vertices mode. I don't want full brightness. Kind of collapse that. That door is right here. And then replace the door texture with what we have surrounding it. Oh, okay. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted you to replace this texture. Oh. What texture is this? Starting to? Okay. Alright. Now, should be able to just test it. Looks like a normal wall, but it comes up. You have invulnerability. Oh, but we just have a pistol, so we want to get the pistol. There we go. So yeah. So I believe I promised on the last stream I would do an exit, and thankfully it's easy. I was afraid of doing it yesterday because I didn't want to go into another thing, but luckily it is actually very easy to do. We go into line depth mode. Oh no, we want to go into vertices mode. Oh no, Control D, draw lines. We want draw lines mode, and we're just going to create a little exit door. It's 120. I think that's the size of a door. And we hit enter. And I think we can just put a switch right here, actually. Just kind of go in. It's actually, you go here, texture, exit. The exit door texture on here, and it's a little off. Again, the textures are going to be a little, because this is why I was talking about on the last stream about how Doom uses, like, it doesn't use any sort of like meters, it uses pixels, which is the size of these textures, and you have to kind of keep those in mind when you're like doing this. I think I can move these in slightly. I can grab this, you know, grab these two and just kind of make that shorter. Then I think I can. There we go. Yeah, so this has to be 64 pixels. So this thing is 64 pixels wide and 128 pixels tall. I can also use this store. Just kind of move the texture around. Looks like it's a little too tall. actually we'll do the thing we did last time. We'll make this lower unpegged. And we'll take this, Control C, there we go. And then we'll, oops. And it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna be super exact, but I think that's it. What we want to do. And I'm gonna click our exit door and we're gonna add an action. And just say exit level. There we go. Very simple. I don't even think you don't even have to assign an action to it. So go ahead and try this. And we should just be able to do this. There we go. And of course, it'll just load whatever the next level it's programmed to load, but we don't want to load this. Now, we kind of added this because, or I kind of added it because, you know, I wanted to demonstrate, or I wanted to show, or I wanted to add a door. But, you know, I was having difficulty and I just used the built-in editor for the doors. But I wanted to do a, you know, now that we've done a manual door, which is kind of what I originally wanted to do, I could just delete this, or I might just keep it. I might change the weapon inside it though. Make this I don't know, a chainsaw. Maybe a rocket launcher. Or a BFG. We can just make it a BFG, but I'll just add it there. Now also all our enemies are facing the same direction, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna drag these two. Should be able to change all these at once. Yeah, there we go. And have these guys face the left. But, you know, we can also do, from what I saw, we can do difficulty settings as well. So if you noticed, when you click on these, I noticed you can set whether or not these guys appear on easy, medium, or hard. And right now, this is actually a little difficult because you're in a hallway and there's not much room to maneuver. You can dodge projectiles, but it's a little difficult. But what you can do is you can select, I'm going to select two of these guys and make it so that these guys don't appear on easy or medium. So now these guys will only spawn when it's on hard mode. Same with these guys. I'll just change these guys to this. And then let's see here. I'm gonna remove two of these guys as well. And just set them to easy, medium, set that, and then this guy just doesn't only appears on hard. And so that way we kind of have a bit of variation in difficulty. It's not always, you know, super hard. And why don't we, instead of going back into Chocolate Doom, I think I did fix the bug where GZ Doom was not appearing on the editor. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. You should be able to see it. So I can kind of show you some of the differences between GZ Doom and stuff. And other Doom source ports. Alright, so it's blank right now. Should be able to go to games, and there we go. Alright. So, as you can see, this unlike Chocolate Doom, which was far lower resolution, this is a lot higher resolution. And you can look up and down, right? You can't do that in the original game. There we go. Yeah, we have there's a little cool little decal effects from the monsters, but yeah. So as you can see, GZ Doom is a lot higher tech than Chocolate Doom, and it actually has its own format that it can use. It's backwards compatible with other Doom formats, but it actually has its own format that you can specify in the editor, and it allows you to do a lot more things, but it's, as a consequence, those maps that you make for GZ Doom aren't going to be backwards compatible with original Doom. And the editor is slightly different too. You have different options available, but I'm not going to go into that today. So, now that we have that done, now we have like a basic level. What can we do now? Well, we could add a lot of oh, I have to switch it back here. There we go. What can we do now? Well, we can add a lot of set dressing. You know, a lot of just stuff that makes the level look cool. You know, a lot of just like set dressing, because right now it's kind of bland. You know, like if we go in here, it's just like wall, all the same texture. You know, then we get over here. We can actually change certain parts of this to look a bit more, just look cooler. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to change this back into a door texture. This is no longer to be a secret area. And I'm going to lower the ceiling so that we cover up that kind of ugly, you know, texture right there. And then I'll just go ahead and copy, paste, change the things that it kind of matches, change the texture mapping. And what else can we do? Well, we can raise this up here. Oh, this actually already has tracks on it. We use the automated builder for this. And we're also going to lower the oh, whoops. I'm also going to lower the ceiling here. That it looks nice. So this is going to be a little lower than what's in here. And we'll change the color of this room. So this room's a little more interesting. And we'll use maybe this. We'll use a stone wall. Just kind of add a little more variation to our level. Um, this is our floor that we're changing. And our ceiling will be wood, and that wooden ceiling. Doesn't really mesh well. We wanna. There's one thing we didn't select here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna change the ceiling. I don't like the wood ceiling. Let's go ahead and change that with which one? Blood texture. All. Maybe this. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. The ceiling's not really. Texture's not really what I want. A lot of the stuff is getting clipped out. I might just do that. Kind of like a little... And, select all of these. Move the textures up so that they kind of line with the top. I mean, I don't know, that looks alright. We do... What else could we do? Trying to think. What other things? We could add a platform. Well, our level doesn't really have a platform in mind, though. What we could do is we could turn these into stairs. And just kind of like we can have the player kind of come down and lower into this big room. Because right now it's just kind of a hallway fight when you go through all these monsters. That might not be the most fun. You're you're not really running and gunning, you're kind of going side to side trying to go through the hallway. What we could do is we could add like a surprise. Like so sometimes in Dune, if you cross a certain line, it'll actually trigger a like a door opening with a monster in it. So maybe I don't know. I thought about adding stairs, but stairs is kind of this wouldn't really like make this play much different, except for the fact that you can't see below you. So that might just be more annoying. So I might not do stairs. Instead, what I might do is, again, do like a secret thing where it's like as soon as you cross a trigger, doors will open and maybe there's a monster in it that appears. I don't know, this is already kind of difficult. You know, I kind of barely survived the first couple of times. But I don't know. Like, I'm just messing around. I'm not necessarily trying to create a good Doom level, just, you know, a Doom level. So, yeah, so I think I'll do that here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Going to draw lines mode. I'm going to draw 2 alcoves. One right there. And one right here. And these are going to be my doors. These are going to contain actually, I'm going to move these in. Go to vertices mode. Have these right click to drag. And then go into sectors mode. Copy this sector. Copy, paste. Move it right here. Copy, paste. Move it right there. And then take this. We'll take these. Right click and drag. Make them big enough so that they can actually have a monster in them. I don't know, maybe we'll have like... Go back to things mode. Maybe we'll add like a... maybe a former human. Control C, Control V, put them in the center. And then we go back into here. Yeah, these have no textures, but we'll fix that. And we'll bring these down. And what we want both these to be lower unpegged. So all lower unpeg does that prevents the texture from moving as the door moves or the ceiling moves, because of how Doom treats ceilings and floors. It'll make these textures move as well. So what we want to do is we want to take these two. They can come all the way down. And then we'll do the same thing we did with the door on the other end. We'll right click. Right click, and then we'll go into... Actually, no, we'll just... Because these are supposed to be hidden doors, we'll just copy and paste the existing door texture. And now, what I should be able to do is go back up. We're going to just go in line def mode so that these are both there. Now what we can do is we can go into line def mode, select this line right here. Right click, and then we can do what's called a walkover switch or something. I can't remember. Yeah, walkover. And when something walks over this, the door will open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to tag this as tag 1. And I'm going to go switch to sector mode. I'm going to select these two. I'm going to select tag 1 on these. And theoretically, these two doors should open as I walk over that line. So instead of like going through the entire level and doing that over, I'm just going to drag the player from our original starting spot over to here and change his direction just to test this very quickly. I'm also going to go back to, so I don't have to constantly switch, I'm going to go back to Chocolate Doom. There we go. Do that, see? Our little trapdoor is open. A monster didn't spawn, but it did open. I wonder how that has to do with the difficulty selection. Yeah, I think these guys only appear on hard. So yeah. We'll select hard. And we'll test it. Well, we died immediately, but there's the monsters. They spawns. Very loud. But yeah, that works. I think it kind of helps that we have a tunnel because all these guys don't attack you at once. Because it's pretty rough when they all attack you at once. Unless I give more weapons. I could give more weapons. Oh, nope, I don't want to add a player. I want to add a rocket launcher. What else? What else could we add? We could add some lights. I'm kind of struggling what else to do with this level because we're kind of, in my opinion, we're kind of doing good. I might add a pickup actually. I might add some health. Maybe like right here at the end of this hallway. Like a med kit and some armor. I keep right clicking out of habit. Yeah, we can add some like little lamps in this like giant room right here. I don't know if it'll look good. Probably it look kind of shit, to be honest, but you know, we can add just some decorative things. Tall techno floor lamp. Yeah, sure, man. We'll see. Control V. Okay, I'm gonna undo that. Want to grab, there we go. Just add some floor lamps. Actually, we could use these floor lamps to kind of give the player like a hint that there's something secret right here, like there's a secret door. So instead of just putting them randomly on the floor like that, I might just put these up here. Oops. I want to select that. I just put these right here, just kind of give the hint that there's something here, but it's not completely blind. Yeah, see, you see, there's these two things right here, and it kind of maybe warns the player that there might be something off about that. And of course, we could always, I think in the old Doom, you have, the player always enters through a door, right? To kind of give that illusion that, oh, you came from somewhere else. Instead of just starting in, like, a blank room. So we can kind of do that here. Oops, I don't want brightness. So we want to go to vertices mode. We'll just create like a... Yeah, we'll create a new vertice right there. Right there. should create, yeah. And we'll change this to... I think it's this one. Okay, it's a little wide. But we can fix that. So it's 72 pixels wide. So from here, hang on, what's the line depth of this? 96. Yeah. Okay. So we want to grab this and kind of we don't want to drag the entire thing. Like the line depth mode. Length is 64. We want 72. And that might work, but well, it kind of works. And then what we want to do is we actually want to lower the ceiling. So the height is 72. So we need to change the ceiling height to 72 to kind of compensate. And we kind of... So obviously that brings the entire ceiling down. But, you know, we have... we'll need to replace these textures with this, so... Let's like that. C, Control V. Of course, there's a slight... The textures are slightly off. Try to go back up here, that would... I think there's an auto-align feature. Let me... Well, A, I think was the auto-align. There we go. I think, and I can hit C to cancel all that out, so I don't have to go back and undo it. So there, we have like the little door it came through. What else? I'm not quite sure how you go from, you program multiple levels in like the editor. Like, so if you complete this level, you go to your next custom level. I'm not sure if I'm going to show that on stream. I can try and figure it out and see if it kind of experiment a little and see if I can figure it out. But yeah, I think this is kind of good. Honestly, I think we kind of have just a basic level. With what we originally kind of drew out yesterday. So I'm trying to think of, should I add more ammo in this room or not? Yeah, you know, I'll just add a bunch of ammo. You know, why not? We'll add shotgun shells. Just a box of ammo. And we have the rocket launcher, so we're going to want some rocket ammo as well. We have kind of a secret little invuln right here. Or you can just kind of go through the very obvious, here's all your tools you need kind of area. And kind of just go through the rest of the level. And a med pack and armor. You know, maybe we'll make it so that, you know, if you're on hard difficulty, maybe these don't spawn. So, you know, we'll just make it so that this... Oh, no, wait, no. We want the opposite. We want these to spawn on easy and medium, not on hard. Oops, I don't want to spawn. I don't want to spawn that. Yeah, I think with that, I think we have a map. I will go ahead. Okay, tell you what, I think I might know how it works. I'll go ahead. Since we have this map saved, this is our saved map. I'll hit new map. We'll call this map 2, and this might be how you can do it. Then we'll just create a basic room. Control G. And we won't go too fancy with this one. We'll just create a box. And maybe a door. We'll create a box and then we'll create a door. And then, yeah, we want to go into vertices mode. And we'll want to create a vertice right here. A vertice right here. 96. Okay, we want 72. So we'll go back into vertice mode and we'll just grab this. No, okay, we'll go back. Go back to vertices. Again, I'm trying to keep in mind the length of the vertice because of the texture that I'm going to place on this this wall. We should have it, yeah, right there. And again, we're going to do door 4-3. Yeah, it's a little too wide. So what I'm going to do is go back with Q. I'm going to move up. And I'm going to... You can kind of increase and decrease your grid size. I figured that out as well. By pressing like the brackets. Line def. The length is 80. I want 80. There we go. And we want to bring the ceiling down. Oops. We want to bring the ceiling down. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, and we'll add. Obviously, we have to add our player start. Oops. Things mode. Player start. There we go. That's where we're going to come out at. And it should be as easy as that. It should be, we just have our map 2 and map 1. So I should be able to save map. And then if I open, previous map, it should go. We'll just again, we're gonna do our thing where we kind of shortcut it. So go into things mode as we grab our player here. Spin them around. We're gonna test it. Maybe a little loud. Okay, no, that did not work. Oh, maybe. maybe what we need to do is we need to open map in current WAD. Maybe we just need to hit open map. How do I make it go from one thing to the other? Oh, maybe we need to save it into something. Save it into map 1. Then we open the map. Yeah, that's how you do it. Ah, okay. And then we should be able to test this here. Things, we'll grab our player. Flip them around. Test it. Yeah, that's how you do it. Alright. It's very simple, and oh... Textures, I kind of fucked on that, but we can fix that. Okay, so it's just a brief little thing. You just have to save it into the WAD itself. I'm going to go ahead and undo that change that we made. And save. And open map. Oh, oops. Open map in current WAD. We want to open map 2. Maybe it's a little too wide? That's why it didn't load? Here, let me, sort of odd bug right there. That's 72 long. Control Shift R resets it. Ceiling height is 72. What's this texture? What's the actual texture height? 72. The height is 72 and the width 64. Oh. Yeah, that's not 64. Okay, let's go back into vertices mode. Yeah, there we go. That looks a lot better. And I think if we go back into edit mode. Yeah, okay, it's fixed. Alright, so we got an entrance to another map in our WAD. Yes, we want to save the changes. And we got our first map. This is, again, yesterday, you know, I was a little confused. But today, I think I finally kind of figured out the ins and outs of, or not the ins and outs, but I know somewhat of what I'm doing, of how they're supposed to be used. But yeah, I think it's a little late to create a new level. I kind of want to keep these streams to around an hour or so. So we got like 5 minutes left. I'm trying to think of what else we could do. Oh, we can add sound propagation. Oh, what we could do is we could adjust the brightness. So you can adjust the brightness of sectors here. Let's make our little secret room here. Make it a lot brighter. What that will do is that if we go in here, you see it's super bright. Here it's like darker. Oh, what we also should probably do is we should probably fix this missing texture on the back too. Let's Control C. This is so that there's no bugs. There's no like visual bugs on the other side of this door. Because if you don't align that as well. If you don't do the both sides of the door, you'll get what we had yesterday, where you see into the abyss, essentially. You just see everything just breaks down in the Doom world, and all the visual, you see all the visual artifacts. And I don't think this has a texture on the other side as well, so we'll go ahead and copy this. There we go on that end. Oh, this isn't aligned. Maybe I should keep it slightly unaligned so that it looks like something's off with it. You know, so that it gives players a hint that there's something here instead of just a wall. Maybe I'll keep that just like 1 or 2 pixels off. What else? You have this weird thing. We could just put it like a pillar right here. This weird little tile. Make it less of a big room. I don't know if I really want to do that though. Yeah, why not? We'll turn this into a pillar. We'll just kind of raise this up to the ceiling, and then you know it kind of makes it a little more interesting than what we have. You know, they're already very basic. And there should be a pillar texture. Maybe pipe. Anything at 64 things wide. We have like a little computer right there. What about pipe wall? Yeah, it kind of works with the pull off. Actually, no. I'll go back with what we had originally. That looks better. Looks more symmetrical, or more. The textures actually fit space here. So it's the exit. The exit door has been kind of bothering me. I don't know if I like it too much. It's 72 pixels wide by 128 pixels, so it's 128 pixels wide and 72 pixels tall. Why don't we go into versus mode? We'll just kind of right-click this down to 72. don't quite know how to place this. I don't know. It looks fine right now. Just kind of made it a little shorter. Kind of stands out a bit. Obviously, we can change the sides too. To something more, a little more decorative. Oh no, we don't want that. I almost want to shorten this, like, because it doesn't look quite. I might just grab these, just shorten it slightly. There we go. Looks more like an exit door. Back off a bit. I was hoping we could change this to like a little intermediate texture. Can't remember what they were called. I think maybe it was panel. No, it wasn't panel. Oops. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Let me redo. Just kind of make this pop a bit. There we go. Kind of like a little lights at the there. I'm not sure if you're allowed to change the floor. I'm not sure if there's a light you can use for this. Oh, okay, I accidentally changed the floor. Not what I wanted to change. There you go. A little nice little exit that's kind of illuminated for us. Yeah, I think with that, I think we're done with this level. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think about whether or not I want to return to this, or if I want to move to a different tool or not. But I kind of like making this level, despite all the trouble yesterday. So I don't know. We might just make a second level tomorrow, maybe the next day after tomorrow, to kind of. Yeah, let me offset this just a bit. To kind of get used to making more stuff. Like maybe have a level where we have a bunch of doors, like you need key cards and stuff. And that's what our second level will be. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Tomorrow or maybe the next day after tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow or not. I've been trying to stay consistent because apparently the YouTube algorithm really likes that. But yeah, tomorrow we'll make a level that's a little more complex than this one, and utilizes doors, like key cards and shit. And we'll put like stairs and shit in it and make it a little more complex than what we have. And just work a little more with this tool, because I actually kind of enjoyed this. I really did, despite the troubles with the door yesterday. Once you kind of get your feet wet a bit, this is actually pretty fun to do. This is pretty cool. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna end the stream there. I hope you all guys enjoyed watching it. And you know, I'll see you guys next stream. So hope you all have a good day, good week, whatever, good night, whenever you're watching this. And peace out.